One thing that makes snowcross have so much pride in the sport, and this isn't just snowcross but snowmobile racing as a whole, is it's truly international. Each region brings their own flair to it, and that comes from, you know, the culture, the tracks themselves vastly different by regions, and of course the really productive regional circuits that come throughout. So they just produce such a wide array of talent, and the fact that it all gets to culminate here in the US with AMSOIL Championship Snowcross is wicked.
So yeah, I got that call from the race department, like, we got a spot for you on Warnet, are you down to go there? I was like, for sure, why not? So just jump from privateer to factory right away. That's a huge step in your career, because you don't have to do the mechanics anymore, you're not driving your truck anymore, you just show up to the races, race ready and go. That's the main point. Like,
Fargo has a long-standing history with the sport. We've been coming to the area, the Fargo market, between Glendon, Minnesota and Fargo, North Dakota. We've been coming there for some time. It's a big snowmobile hotspot, so that's kind of the natural draw for it. But it's not without its challenges. That one's always gnarly. And throughout my career with snowcross, be it working with the series and previously with teams, it's either been freezing, which it is most of the time, like when I say freezing, bitterly cold, or it's just been a mutter. And they can't keep up with laying hay down in the pits to just allow people to get around because it's so muddy. So Fargo's gnarly. And what we come to expect of the track the last few years is it's a big track. This is your big, expansive, wide open supercross style track. What the cold does is it can, you know, it's all part of it, nature. They do their best, but it can make that track pretty icy, and that makes it dangerous, especially around the edges. So I do believe that just due to Mother Nature and some of the conditions, could that have been the catalyst for the injuries that we had seen in the opening rounds? I think so. That's to no fault of anyone, in my opinion. But at any rate, super tough to see, but also physically. When you're dealing with those temperatures, blood flow is not the same, your heart rate's not the same, and overall it's just not great to be in. But a lot of riders will tell you that out on track, any pain you're having from any injuries, the cold, all of that seems to go away when we go green. The adrenaline's rushing, your blood's flowing.
as soon as you get on the line, you don't know if you're gonna be consistent till the end of the season, because you get there, you know you did everything you need, you train, you test, you eat good, you sleep good, you just get there and just give it everything. If you're all in with that, for sure you're gonna be consistent and you're gonna be happy with your result.
Look at Francis's track record and what he's done over the past few seasons. He's a rider who got his start in racing and riding snowmobiles pretty late in life. That's not very common. You look around these pits and so many of these men and women have been doing this since they've been 4 years old on a 120 or 200 sled. So he got a late start, and the fact that he's accomplished this much in a short amount of time, he's done the privateer thing, but for the most part, he's earned factory rides with the most elite teams out there. So he is only in his third year in the pro class. I really do believe that he's just getting started. And the fact that he's come out and made his debut in the pro class after winning the Pro Light Championship, he's made a name for himself. He continues to develop and move the sport forward, move his own performance forward every year. And to be up there in contention fighting for that championship, that's impressive. So I think he has a lot of longevity left to his career.
We're ready to go green. Rider down on the stud boy hole shot.
We have international players who have changed the game, like Ishul, like Blair Morgan, like Renheim, and Tim Trombley, countless others from Canada and overseas. That's been so fascinating and fun to watch because our sport has, in my opinion, national appeal. I think it's so similar to motocross and supercross, which it is, and I think that's a form of racing that anyone can appreciate. Like Blair Morgan, he still goes to the autograph sessions, and the people that line up just for Blair, no offense guys, some of these other pros, but some of them are just there for Blair, and that just goes to show like the personality and the talent. If you are racing here in the States, you've done something very right. You've had to fight your way tooth and nail to get to the top level of where you're at. The best of the best come here. And to the secret for success, obviously talent, but you got to have the personality, the pizzazz as well. And some of that tends to come out throughout your career. So I think that's why we've seen so many international talents come here and shake things up for the better.
It's a big step going to pro, and everybody knows that. And you come here, you want to race for what? That's the big prize. You're shooting for the big one. You want to be the best, that's for sure. So I never show up here, like in my mind, I don't want to be second for sure, but there's racing going on, so there's first, there's second, and there's third, but the main goal is first for sure.